So this is the interaction between the first generation Lakshmi in the first part and Deepa in the second part. And in this scene, Lakshmi comes to New York where Deepa lives, and they have their first interaction in months. And Lakshmi explains to Deepa what she knows about Deepa's life. So in the scene, Lakshmi is going up to Deepa's apartment. And inside, Deepa's with her partner Audrey, who is French. Lakshmi noticed her granddaughter was sweating as her dear friend Alpa had in the hottest Chennai months. She gingerly took her first steps inside the apartment and recalled how she had calculated the expenses when Deepa had decided to move out of the university dormitories. Deepa's rent was more than any mortgage Lakshmi had ever had. "There is not much space," Lakshmi commented. From Deepa's reaction, Lakshmi could tell this was not the best first thing to say. On the other side of the 6-meter apartment, she saw a brown-haired woman stirring a pot and staring in her direction. "Ava, this is Audrey," Deepa introduced. "It is a pleasure to meet you," Audrey followed. "What is your accent?" Lakshmi asked. "It's French. I'm from Paris. Have you been?" Deepa shot Audrey an expression that to Lakshmi communicated constipation. "Try a laxative," Lakshmi advised. Deepa whispered to Audrey in a language Lakshmi could not understand. "Sure, I would give you two some privacy," Audrey agreed. Following Deepa's cue, Lakshmi waited for Audrey to leave before she offered an explanation of why she had come and had come alone. "Audrey appears kind. You have chosen your partner wisely," Lakshmi said. "Partner? How do you know that word, Ava?" Deepa replied. The story was still hard for Lakshmi to piece together. It had started 2 Christmases ago, when she had approached her other granddaughter, Sada, for a bit of information. "Pooja was always insistent we never push you to get married," Lakshmi said to Deepa. "I know. She wanted me to establish myself as a person first." "Still, I would sometimes press the little ones for updates," Lakshmi said. As a New Yorker and a child, Sada was terrible at keeping secrets. Lakshmi took less than 5 minutes with Sada to find out Deepa was in a relationship. "Sada's main concern was losing her ski trip," Lakshmi said. "How did Penny react?" Deepa asked. "Alpa forced me into a confrontation." "Confrontation?" She phrased it differently. "An intervention." Alpa was the first to use a set of words Lakshmi had found highly offensive: gay, lesbian, sexual orientation. Not wanting to be any part of the discussion, Lakshmi had tried her best to leave the room whenever possible. On her last attempt, Alpa stopped her with one powerful question. "Do you want to make the same mistake you made with Pooja?" Lakshmi had never been so caught off guard. She screamed at Alpa for comparing the situations. "This is different. This is sick," Lakshmi argued. "This is no different. This is you not understanding," Alpa retorted. "Too much New York has ruined your judgment." "Mom, you have the choice to accept your granddaughter as you never did with your older daughter." Lakshmi told Deepa how many times she had cried inside, seeing Pooja cry outside. Pooja had sacrificed everything for Deepa. Pooja felt like no one had sacrificed anything for her. "That's not true. You did so much for my mother," Deepa countered. "And she did so much for you," Lakshmi said. "She took her empathy for me much further than you did for her," Deepa agreed. That was precisely the point Alpa had tried to make to Lakshmi. For all of the battles Lakshmi had conquered for her daughters, she had not taken the initiative to understand her path of marriage should not be the same for Pooja. "Pooja never found the words to tell me. How could she? And you never found the courage to listen," Deepa said. Alpa presented to Lakshmi a new choice with Deepa. "Mom, if I connect you to the right resources, will you try to understand? For Deepa?" Lakshmi relied entirely on faith to respond as Alpa had hoped. "Yes." Lakshmi brought her hands up to her granddaughters and gripped with a gentle but strong assurance. "I'm going to sessions about minorities, Beta." "What kind of minorities?" Deepa asked. "They're very informative, talking about challenges in the workplace, at home, why stereotypes are hurtful." "What kind of minorities, Ava?" Deepa asked again. Deepa looked into the eyes of her tired grandmother. Lakshmi knew in that moment that her face communicated the depths of her struggles, triumphs, and losses. "What kind of minorities, Ava?" "The LGBTQ community, Beta," Lakshmi replied. A river of emotion seemed to erupt within Deepa. "What finally convinced you to go?" she asked. "I was born into this world a Shudra, a peasant caste," Lakshmi said. "You overcame all odds to be here." "I did. though the costs entailed would be our injustices, Lakshmi said. Lakshmi and her family had endured the evils of society in exchange for Lakshmi's progression. Deepa, many people in India said I did not deserve an education. Many people said educating a girl was unnatural. Just because there were many people does not mean they were right. I will not be a part of the many against you.